Hello everyone, there's three things that I want to talk about today. Some of them are more interesting than others if you live in the state of California, but I think everyone is going to find the rest of them fairly interesting. Whether it is the couple who received some free M16s from the government and then decided to give them back. I mean, what's up with that? Whether it is that Judge Benitez said that you can keep your legally possessed magazines that are high capacity, according to the state of California, or the fact that there are now two new manufacturers making AR-15 pistols that are on the handgun roster, similar to the Franklin Armory. We've got a whole lot going on. If you want to support this channel, I very much appreciate everyone that takes the time to like, comment, subscribe. A lot of people getting unsubscribed. I know you think that's just a thing YouTubers say, but it does happen, and people do comment that it has happened to them. If you want to use any of the links down in the description, pick up some pre-workout from Gorilla Mind down in the description below, save 10% with code Reno, or come see me at Route 66 Shooting Sport Park this Sunday. Come shoot some guns, experience some demos, a lot of rentals out there, a lot of equipment that you can come check out if you've ever been interested in red dots, optics, guns, anything like that. Come check them out. Check them out, route66shootingsportpark.com. Now, the first thing that I wanted to talk about that I thought a lot of people would get a lot more of a kick out of, a lot more interest from, is the fact that a couple who has a side hustle of purchasing lots from military surplus auctions purchased what they thought was just a lot of 100 or so cases. Pelican storage cases, essentially. They said, yeah, we could sell those for a little bit of a profit. Awesome. Side hustles are cool. Now imagine your shock when you open what you think is going to be just an empty storage case, and inside you find 12 full auto M16s. Jesus, I see what you've done for others, and all I'm asking for is for you to do that for me. Now, what they did was they contacted the authorities and said, hey, we accidentally bought a bunch of illegal M16s. Some people do not realize how good they have it. They turned them in. And then, because they turned them in and notified the authorities, the ATF spent the rest of the day going through all of their stuff, searching through their storage container, and they had to then pull all of the rest of the sales of these cases. It's shocking to me that, actually, you know what? It's not, because it is government work at the end of the day. It's not that shocking to me that they managed to somehow go unaccounted for an entire crate of M16s. Didn't they pick one of them up and be like, this one is about 70 pounds heavier than all of these other cases? Seems like somebody definitely screwed the pooch on that one. Now, they turned them in because they were good citizens. In my opinion, a good citizen would have just kept their mouth shut. But what do I know? Now, the next thing that I wanted to talk about, if you live in the state of California, you're going to be very interested in this. If you are currently in possession of Freedom Week magazines that were acquired legally during the period of time where Judge Benitez allowed it to be done so legally in the state of California, which was, I believe, March and April. There was a brief time period. I'll have this up over the screen and I will have the link to the order down below. But if you acquired those legally, you might be wondering, well, hey, this court case was just kicked back down by the Ninth Circuit back to Judge Benitez. Does that mean that this stay is no longer in effect? No. The possession and use of high capacity magazines that are not in a fixed mag AR or the continued possession and use of high capacity magazines as referred to by the state of California is still legal. Keep in mind, if you are using a fixed mag AR pistol, fixed mag AK pistol, fixed mag assault weapon style gun, you cannot use high capacity mags in those. Fixed mag guns that are semi-auto have to have less than 10 round mags, unfortunately. But if your normal Glock, your ARs that are featureless, your AKs that are featureless, your other guns that are featureless, you can continue to use your magazines. Benitez said so in an order that he released just yesterday, I believe. I'm going to have a link to that down below if you want to support the CRPA, because they are the ones that are fighting for the Duncan v. Bonta magazine ban. I'm going to have a link to the CRPA down below. CRPA is the one that is also supporting my lawsuit, or the lawsuit that I am a part of just as a plaintiff in Boland v. Bonta to try to get rid of the handgun roster, which While we're speaking about the handgun roster, let's talk about how two companies, both Camden Defense and Juggernaut Tactical, both brought forward two new AR-15 pistols for the California market. Many of you are aware of the various ways that I have talked about in the past of how in the state of California we can get AR pistols, whether it's from a company like Second Amendment Zone that does single-shot exempt pistols, whether it is from an intrafamilial transfer or an 80%er, or you buy one from a private party paying $2,000 for one from a cop. Awesome. There has also been the Franklin Armory CA7, CA11, and CA12. 3 AR pistols that were on the California handgun roster as bolt-action repeaters, not semi-autos. Camden Defense and Juggernaut Tactical, both on the same day, got the roster updated to have their bolt-action repeater AR pistols on the California handgun roster. The MSRP on both of these are in the $1,000 range, so they are not cheap, but they are similar in price to the CA7. I've occasionally seen the CA7 from Franklin Armory go for about in the $850 range, but keep in mind you're going to be paying transfer fees on those as well, and typically when you find one in store, they're in that $999 MSRP range, which is what the manufacturer, I believe, has them sell for. So about $1,000 for the Camden and the Juggernaut Tactical. Juggernaut Tactical and Camden, both of theirs are burnt bronze. Juggernaut Tacticals is a little bit different of a receiver. It's a billet receiver, so it looks a little bit neater. I'm actually going to be receiving one of them from Juggernaut Tactical soon for review, but a lot of people are asking, what about converting it to semi-auto? Because when you get it from the factory, it's a bolt-action repeater, basically meaning that every time you pull the trigger, you got to rack the charging handle. That's not super fun. Well, both of these companies decided to put in a fixed mag system, being the Hogue Freedom Fighter, a completely internal pin that when the upper is closed, the mag does not come out. So what someone could do potentially, now I'm not a lawyer, this is not legal advice, and the DOJ says not to do this sort of thing, kinda. They say not to do it for single-shot pistols, but interestingly enough, they tried to say that converting a Franklin Armory, the DOJ tried to say by name that converting a Franklin Armory pistol to semi-auto would be illegal because it's converting a single-shot, but a lot of people disagree with that. A lot of people have been doing it. A lot of people have been posting videos of them doing this. So you have to keep in mind that it's up to you to determine what you're comfortable with. Me personally, I have shown myself making or shooting my AR pistols that were purchased as CA7s or CA11s, that kind of pistol. What you choose to do with your life is entirely up to you, and I will not be the one there for you if you choose to do it and get caught with it. However, a lot of people seem perfectly comfortable making their bolt-action repeaters from Franklin Armory into fixed magazine semi-auto AR pistols. If that's something you're comfortable with doing, the Camden Defense and the Juggernaut Tactical and the 3 options from Franklin Armory all seem like great options for you. They're about $1,000, which seems expensive, but if you have the tools to build ARs, you can very easily pull the barrel from the upper, put a new barrel with a gas system in it, and you're good to go. Maybe $150 for a nice barrel and 60 or so bucks for a gas block and gas tube. If you already own the tools, very easy to do. If you're friends with a local gunsmith, they can assemble an upper for you. They can swap out the barrel and the upper, send that back to you, and then you can just put it on there with the already included fixed magazine system. Very neat. Let me know what you guys think down below. You guys know the drill. Have fun, be safe, stay dangerous. Peace.